Okay, now we're on to the very last mode, which is reference. So in reference mode, you can drop down to mode and click here. This is very handy because in a lot of AutoCAD drawings or drawings you might get off other people, they'll have these cells, like these green circles, and they might be named maple, they might be named birch, or just a shared cell 1. But either way, that means you can put in objects exactly where they have them. So, and if they update their drawing and you have it linked and these move, the objects will update with it and they'll move with it. So what does that mean exactly? Well, in reference mode, I'm going to click, like always, add, and I'm going to select my spline. Okay, I'm going to go into geometry and I'm going to add in this box. Okay, and there you can see immediately this box is being placed into this reference based on the pivot and the center of this object. So let's go to our forest per object and go into back to distribution, and you can change a few things. For this one, we're just going to use pivot, and most times I do. You can do mesh faces, but make sure it's an editable mesh and not a poly, and you can put them on actual faces of meshes. There's not much in here. Material ID you can select, again similar to the distribution we had. You can select material IDs based on mesh faces, not the pivot. And then you can do align and scale. So let's add a few more in. So if I go to the first project and I go to the add list, I can add in these first few, and you can see they're added in. So if I say it's updated the drawing and all of a sudden this is moved over here, and then, like, you don't have to do anything, you just reload and it automatically fills it in again. But let's say you select this one and it's actually gone completely. It's like, oh, we don't want a tree there. Well, it's deleted and that will also go, but it won't delete your other objects. So it's very handy in that regard. You can also say you have poles and position for your trees. You can replace objects. If you don't want splines, you can use these. So if I go back to objects, I can click add and we can add the rest of these. And there you go. We have these added in. So they don't have to be splines. They could be actual objects. And that's mostly what you need to know. There is match geometry by name, which I will go into later probably. But it's basically matching your objects in your geometry here, matching this. So you can say, oh, maple, and maple can go in based on the names here. And that's the distribution tab fully gone through, and the very last one we're going to go into is the transform tab.